What's up, everybody? This is Steven Dutzman. I am the founder of EngageFamilyGaming.com, and here we're back with another unpacking. That's where a couple times a week I open a pack of cards, whether they be Magic cards, Pokemon cards, etc. We're going to do another pack of Strixhaven, School of Mages for Magic the Gathering. Let's see what we got. And I should probably get a knife for this, but here we go. Clear out my garbage. And here we go. One at a time. Cram Session. 1 and a black and green hybrid mana. It's a common. And it's a sorcery. You gain 4 life and you learn. The trick about learn, that mechanic is you can reveal a lesson card that you own from outside the game and put it into your hand. Or you can discard a card to draw a card. So basically, this is just all about value. You play this card, you get its effect, and then you can go get something else. And you can get your choice of what you have. Presumably, you'll have more than one lesson in your sideboard, so you can go get it. So that's Cram Session. It is a common. Generally, gaining life is not great, but being able to gain a life and a card, not bad. So here we go, Witherbloom Campus. It's a green-black dual land at common. And here we go. We got a gold card. Blood Researcher. 1, a black and a green for a Vampire Druid. Don't see those very often. And it is a 2/2 menace. Whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. This thing is going to do some work, especially if you are playing some kind of a deck that gives you any kind of life gain. Next, the Witherbloom Pledge Mage. It's again a common. It's a Treefolk Warlock. 3 and a black and 2 black and green hybrid mana. It's a 5/5 Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, you gain a life. So here, you put these two right next to each other. If you have this like in your sealed pool, there's some nice little synergy there. Because this guy's in play every time you cast a spell, you gain life, and whenever you cast a spell, you gain a life, and this guy gets bigger. So that's pretty cool. Okay. And next is First Day of Class. It's 1 in a red. For an instant, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains haste, and then you learn, just like the first one. So, there you go. Next is Charge Through. It is 1 green. Target creature gains trample until the end of turn, and you draw a card. I would bet that this is probably going to find its way into some weird, funky combo decks, just because sometimes you just need to give a critter trample, and the fact that it replaces itself is pretty good. Hunt for Specimens, 1 and a black. You create a 1/1 black and green pest token, and when this creature dies, you gain 1 life, and then you learn. So we got a bunch of learning cards in here. Defend the Campus. It's 3 and a white for a common. You choose 1. Creatures you control get +1/+1, or you destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. This is going to be a nice solid pick in a whole bunch of limited formats. And here we go. Waterfall Aerialist. It's 3 and a blue for a Djinn Wizard. It's a 3/1 flyer and with ward. So what that means is whenever it's the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you counter it unless that player pays 2. So it's got a nice little defense. It's going to be harder to kill outside of combat, but it only has 1 toughness. So it's going to die pretty quick in actual combat, but it flies. That's going to be pretty good and limited, I would bet. Next is Expanded Anatomy. So it's a sorcery for 3. So this is a colorless sorcery. You put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. It gains vigilance until end of turn. Next is Overgrown Arch. It's a 1 and 1 green. Again, we're in the uncommons here. It's for a 0/4 wall. You can tap it to gain a life. We've got some life gain stuff up there. And pay 2 and sacrifice it to learn. This is pretty good. I would think that this would see a lot of play in some slower decks that run green, especially if you need to gain life. And I'm sure that there are better things that you can get from gaining life, so we'll put that right there. Next is Rip Apart. It is 1 red and 1 white. You choose 1, Rip Apart deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, or destroy target artifact or enchantment. Would you look at that? It's either a... I mean, this is either going to be dealing 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, so anything except a player, or a disenchant. That is really good. Then Mage Hunter, it's 3 and a black for a horror. Excuse me. Whenever a opponent casts or copies an instant or sorcery spell, they lose 1 life. And 3/4. This thing is pretty good. I like him, and that is some creepy art. Here we go to the rare Dramatic Finale. 4 white-black hybrid mana. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. And whenever 1 or more non-token creatures you control die, you create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. This ability triggers only once each turn. So basically, this is just going to be a whole bunch of value. I think this is really cool. Love the art on this. So that's going to be, if that's good. I don't know if that's good. I'm not great at evaluating cards, but if that is good, that's going to do a lot. And here we go. The alternate art card, we have Shock. Shock deals 2 damage to any target. And man, I love the alternate art on these cards. So here we go. That is our pack. Oh, we got a blank. Nice little blank card there for double-sided. So there we go. That is one more pack of Strixhaven School of Mages. This has been Steven from Engage Family Gaming, and we'll see you next time. Later.